Hey friends, it's Vicki K. Just a few things I wanted to update you on. I think I posted a video or at least a picture the other day of me being at the audiologist's office, and I went ahead and ordered my hearing aids for real this time. Last time I thought that I would have the money and then it fell through, I didn't. So now I do have money and I'm going to buy my hearing aids or hearing devices, I like to call them, and they should be in a few weeks, and so I'm really excited about that. I noticed that a lot of my videos on AirPods versus hearing aids has gotten a lot of views, and so kind of wanted to go over that with you and how this year with not having hearing aids and using AirPods has assisted me. First of all, when I'm watching a show on TV, I have to wear my AirPods, and then it connects to my phone so that I can understand what they're saying, but I still have closed captioning on TV so I can make sure that I know what they say, if that makes sense. As far as using the AirPods to hear other people, they're great. I will say that if I have them, I'm wearing them all the time, I can turn it to live listen and I can hear wherever I'm at, hear the sounds. The problem with that for me is that I apparently, unlike the rest of my body, have very, very small ear canals. And so those AirPods, they don't fit in there. I mean, they fall out for me. I know a lot of people say they wear them all day long, they don't have any problem whatsoever, and that's great. Matter of fact, when I'm listening to something, they kind of suck into your ear so that you can listen more closely and tilt your head and do a few things. But when I'm actually doing life, not sitting in front of the television, or maybe if I'm walking, they loosen and I lose them. I drop them all the time. So probably I won't ever go back to another one that doesn't have some type of band with it, because I just simply lose them and they fall out. My son got tired of me having him come look for my AirPods because I would drop them and I couldn't find them, or I'd take them off somewhere and I couldn't find them. They do have a little thing just like iPhone, Find My AirPods, and so you can push that and then it'll show you the location of that. But if the batteries are down, that's that. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about my hearing and my hearing aids that will be in just a few weeks, and I'm really excited. My hearing has gotten worse, and we're not even sure the hearing aids are going to work. That's one thing. You don't have to pay all this money, and we're not sure that they're going to work, but it's worth the try. One thing that I want to explain about my hearing loss is, although I can't hear, there are sounds in my head. Like right now in my left ear is a sharp tone, like a piercing tone. And then in my right ear right now, it's just like a roar. Just imagine like driving over gravel or the ocean, when you put the little shell to your ear, the ocean, that's what it sounds like all the time in my ear. I say all the time, sometimes I get clarity, like I have no idea when it's going to hit. I don't know if it's maybe how my ears are tilted or whatever, but all of a sudden I'll have like calm, and it is wonderful. wonderful. So the hearing aids cannot take away the humming and the ringing, but they will mask those sounds. So those sounds will never really go away. They're just going to try to mask them with other sounds, if that makes sense. And it is completely annoying, because I think some of that is the reason I can't understand people's their words very well. It's because this constant roaring in my ear. Also, something that I have all the time. Actually, they're called auditory hallucinations. And you would think that that's like, people going, "Hey, Vicki." No, although I hear my name a lot, but it's just because I can't hear other sounds. So I think people are saying Vicki a lot, but they're not. They're saying something else. I hear songs. I hear melody, and it goes on for months, the same one, months and months and months. And then all of a sudden it will change to another one, and the same one over and over and over. And that is completely exhausting. Hearing the same sound or the same beat or melody is insane. I would do a little, what it sounds like to me, da 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 da, or whatever, but it's always rhythmic, and I can hear it all the time. And if I'm driving with my sister, the road noise becomes that. And I have learned that that's just part of hearing loss. So I hear things that aren't there. They're not scary things. And sometimes I think I hear people say, "Hey, Vicki," whereas they may be saying something completely different. So a lot of times I just don't even turn to look anymore because I assume that's not what they're saying. So if you do say, "Hey, Vicki," I may or may not turn around. So that's the update I wanted to give you today. I am working on a new series, and it's Texas historical markers. I visited 2 today, and I'm really excited about those. They were right outside of Wolf City on Highway 11. This is in Texas, if you're watching from another state. And for now, they're just going to be kind of plain and easy, but I hope to, include more content with it. And I think today's historical marker is very significant for what we're going through right now in our country, which is COVID-19, and also Black Lives Matter riots. 2020 has been a crazy year so far, but I think it's going to end as a good year. I think that we're going to make positive changes, first to our health, and second, in loving each other and accepting that we're all different and that we are all loved and children of God, and we should never, ever assume that your neighbor is not, I don't know how else to say that, but, I always go back to my thinking is just be kind to each other. You're always going to win if you're kind to each other. It's not hard to do. If you're in line with somebody, I know I get like crazy when I see some things. I get so annoyed. Example, I was in the grocery store checkout line not too long ago, and I had 2 items, or maybe one. I just had one item. and it was the 12 or less item aisle. The lady in front of me had a buggy full plus some, underneath, all that other stuff. And at first I just saw the buggy and I was like, are you kidding me? I just said that to myself. Then I saw that she had a toddler on her hip, a baby in the buggy with, a little baby buggy, and another one running around, probably, 3 or 4 years old. So at that moment, as a single mom, I felt for her and I understood. And then I realized that it's very likely that the 12 items or less aisle was open, so they told her to come through. So I was okay with that. And, sometimes stepping back and reevaluating the situation and understanding why that person's doing what they do helps you to kind of get past the negative. And if I were to have just kept standing there steaming because she had a buggy full of items and I only had one, and they already started checking her out, so it's not like she could have said, go ahead of me. I would have worked myself up, gotten my blood pressure up, and just gone through my anxiety and all of that for no reason. This was a mother trying to do the best that she can with 3 children. And so I became much more kind. I should have been kind from the beginning. Not that I ever said anything, but I'm wearing my mask and COVID-19 right now, and thank goodness she couldn't see me probably going, "Urgh!" Instead I was just going, I finally just smiled and, tried to kind of help her with the children, but it's COVID around here, so I didn't want to touch the children. I didn't know if she'd be comfortable with that or whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on, and I am getting my hearing aids soon. So that's going to be a whole new world for me, and I'm really, really excited. Okay, I'm going to try to put the video together on the historical marker, and I hope you like it. It may not be today, it may be in the next few days, because I have to get back into the rhythm of editing and figuring those things out. My mind doesn't work as well as it used to, for obvious reasons. So that's it. Hope you have a great day. I'm Vicki K. Bye.